Hi guys, Dr. David here.
Dr. Jessie.
We're from Sprouting Health Chiropractic from the Hunter Valley practice. So today we would like to talk to you about some primitive reflexes, and specifically retained primitive reflexes. And what these reflexes are is pretty much similar to reflexes that we know about in our daily life. For example, a knee-jerk reflex. Okay, namely, a reflex is something, one happened and there is an involuntary response for that stimulus. Okay, so as a baby, when we're developing in mummy's womb, in mummy's tummy, we have all these reflexes that are hardwired to our brain, and this helps the process of giving birth. This helps the process of baby growing up. We don't know much, and there are things that we have to learn to acquire the skills. But as a baby, basic skills such as feeding, and when we, for example, need to roll over, learn how to crawl, and things like this, requires these reflexes to help us learn the basic movements. So, Dr. Jessie,
Yes.
what is these reflexes?
So reflexes are really important, and as the baby grows, these reflexes are supposed to take a back seat.
Absolutely.
So after certain milestones in the baby's development, you should no longer see these reflexes. But for example, a reflex that can be seen in older children that is supposed to be inhibited or in the back of our mind, it's called the rooting reflex. So in a little baby, if you brush their cheek, they're programmed to turn towards that stimulus. So to help things like breastfeeding or feeding out of a bottle, those types of movements, that's what the baby's hardwired to do. However, if that reflex is retained as the child grows older, you might see patterns such as for girls, they'll be sucking on their hair a little bit, or for boys, it's really common for them to kind of suck on their t-shirt or their collar, which may not be, you might be thinking, oh, my kid does that, but it's just a bad habit, but it could actually be a retained neonatal reflex.
Absolutely. So there are about 17, 18 different reflexes that is existing that should be integrated at some point in their life. And I'll give another example. For example, one of them is called spinal glance reflex. Okay, so what that does is when we do a little light stroke in the baby's back on one side, the baby goes this way, light stroke, and goes the other way. So it helps with the birth process where the midwife or gynecologist, they're doing this, baby will come out like a little worm, and that makes the process a little bit easier, smoother, right? And if it doesn't if it doesn't integrate too well, kids may not be able to sit still, because as soon as they sit against the back of the seat, they get stimulus, so they move around, right? So there are many reflexes that we can talk about, and we can talk about this for minutes, hours, right? So if you are interested in getting your kids checked on these reflexes, there are treatment, there are ways that we can help, and exercise that we can help the kids to integrate these reflexes. So yeah, if you have any questions, give us a call and see how we can help manage your concerns.
Absolutely. See you guys.
See ya.